Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. It is Monday, January the 20th, 2025, and going to give up the update for today's trade. And we're actually trading on XRP. So I was hoping that we would like break out, but but I also thought about the fact that there's an old saying, buy the rumor, sell the news. So I think we just had a sell off from the inauguration of today. So, but like I said, I always just go by the chart, right? So we came in right here, like I said yesterday, at this support level. And I just kept my parallel trend line and it came out of it, but I thought maybe it was going to keep going up. So I just extended that parallel below here and made a stop loss right below these candles right here, and came out. So with a 9.58% gain. So right now we have a downward trend, parallel trend line. We made a higher low from this candle right here to this candle right here, but and it's going up. I just want to see how it's going to react to this trend line and see, is it going to make a higher low when it does come down, and then I'll feel a little bit better about going in, if I choose to go back in. So that's what I'm kind of waiting to see. What is it going to do once it starts to make its way back down? If it makes its way back down and it is at this level or higher, then I probably will go back in and set a stop loss. Well, I probably won't set a stop loss. I typically will set an alert to right below here, and then if it were to pass here, I'll let it fall. Some people might get nervous about this, but I let it fall, and then I let it retrace back, go back up. And then if it's going to make its way back up to a level that is still look like it's trending down, then I'll come out. Because it could go up here. When it comes back down, it could come all the way back down here, or it could go to a higher low. But I'm not going to go in right at this moment. I'm going to let it run its course, hit a peak wherever it chooses to peak out at. Even if it chooses to peak out above this 50%, I'm still going to wait for it to come back down, create a support, and make sure that that support is higher than this last low. Because we are on the 1 minute chart. So like if I were to look at the 15-minute, for example, I can get rid of this. Right? So it did make a higher low, right? So it's probably was generating this this upward price movement, but I still want a little bit more confirmation before I go in. And if we were to make a higher low, of course, I'll be targeting this area right here, this major resistance area, to see how we react to this as usual. But I'm gonna just wait to see when is it gonna come, like where is it gonna drop back down to? Because it's still inside of this parallel downward trend line. So that is pretty much it, and I think I need to update this to 0.0958. And no, I do not show my account because I don't have to. Like, I'm just documenting what I'm doing, and I don't care if people believe me or not, whatever. I don't have nothing to prove. This is my personal diary that I'm sharing. So I'm not trying to get anybody to buy anything from me. I'm not trying to get anybody to buy a particular coin. I'm not trying to get anyone to, I'm not selling any affiliate links. I'm not making any money off of doing these YouTube videos. So I don't have nothing to prove to nobody, and I'm not doing it. So, but that's just my little side note. Because I've had people do that even when I had my group way back before, when I first got into crypto and I bought Ethereum at $90. And I was showing people what I was doing. I was just learning how to trade. So I was, somebody was asking me, like, I had several people ask me, well, can you show me your account? Why? Look, you don't have to, like, I'm not making any money off of telling y'all this. So there's no, like, financial benefit for me sharing other than to myself. Okay. I share, and I'm doing this journal to make myself more accountable to myself with my trades and sticking to my rules, because by doing this, it helps me be more accountable and become an even better trader, and to prove what I believe in as far as compound interest. Now, if anybody wants to come along with it, then great, because I'm most of the time sharing after I made the trade. Right now, I might tell, like, hey, I'm looking at this resistance areas, my target area, and see how it reacts to that. I'm not giving any signals. I'm not doing any of that junk, because to me, that's just a bunch of headache. And either people, I just, people just want to ride on people's coattails, as far as, like, instead of them holding themselves accountable to learning things and always having to prove. Because it didn't, showing somebody's account, like, I see people doing this all the time on this platform, showing their account to prove something. And I don't even know why they're doing it, because just because someone shows their account doesn't mean that the person who's viewing it is going to make them a better trader, or is it going to make them money by doing that? So I don't even know why people need to prove themselves. Either people see the trade. They see that you can come in right here. They see that there's what the person's doing to enter or exit a trade. If that is not enough for them, they can keep it moving. I just keep it 100 for real, because I'm not going to sit up here and, like, do that, because I didn't have people ask me about that, and I'm not doing it. So that's why I'm going on this little rant. It ain't happening. I don't care what you say about me, but so, but it is what it is. I'm not trying to get anybody to do what I'm doing. If they do and they want to learn and they want to figure out their own ways, great, because there's so many ways to trade. There's so many different strategies to trading. It's what fits you, what works for you. Go with that. This was works for me, so that's why I go with what I go with. So, but that's my little 2 cents. And so going back to the chart, so let's just see there. I got an alert right above this 50% level, and I got one below this last candle right here, but I think I'm gonna move it up since I'm waiting for it to drop back down, and I probably just move it below this low candle right here, which is below the 38%, and see what happens there. Let me see. 7. All right, and let me get rid of one of those alerts. 27, and which is this one? 1787, so I can get rid of this one. All right. And while that's trying to make up its mind, I'm going to go ahead to look at Bitcoin real quick. Let's go to the higher time frame. Just kind of see what's going on over there. So it's kind of like hitting the resistance, and it looks like it's heading back down. And that's looking at the daily chart. And where do I have I got my alert on this horizontal line. I'm gonna move it down, and I'm gonna put it on the hourly. Yeah, so even like in the hourly, it's inside of here. I'm gonna see if it can break out of here, or if it's gonna bounce off of this lower trend line, parallel channel. And it's also below this 127%, and it's hitting this little, what seems like I had this drawn out as a resistance area. Yes, from right here. So let's see. Like it might be trying to bounce off of that. So I'm gonna keep a check on that and see, is it going to go above this highest green candle right here, right before it started falling. See if it can make it above here. And then if it can make it above here, then what I'll do is go all the way down to the 5 or 1 minute, right? But I'm gonna keep my alert right there to see if it can do some type of break of structure. And that's for Bitcoin. If it can't, then its next area of interest is right here. Well, first right here at 99,000, right? That would be the next area of interest on the 78% level. And that's it for Bitcoin. And then on Solana, kind of doing the same thing. It has breaking out of this lower parallel trend line. I just want to see if it's going to make a break of structure. So I'm going to put an alert right here above this peak right here, which is right above the 50% level. $250.73. And that's pretty much it. So if it hits this, does a break of structure, then I'm gonna let it go up and then come back down and then create a support, and then that's where I would feel comfortable going in at if I choose to go into Solana. And then the same thing with XRP or Bitcoin. And for the challenge, we are right here, which we're definitely on target. If we can get a trade in for tomorrow above our goals, we might even get there faster than we think. So, which is by the end of January, we want to be here by the end of, here by the end of January, somewhere around there, right? And then by the end of February, we want to be here. And I think things really started getting interesting in March. That's when March and April. So it's going to appear very slow at the beginning, but you see it's not a lot of work or effort, but that same amount of little effort will be made for whether you making $22 per trade, or you making $500 per trade or whatever, right? And without having to put yourself at risk with a bunch of margin and me personally, I'm not trying to do all that. But anyway, but that will do it for today, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.